About 30 seconds. When we were here last year, I talked to a number of the ag students about getting some professor to speak to us, and to a man, actually to a man and ladies, they all said you have to get Dr. Davis. So we couldn't get any more highly recommended guys than being recommended by the students or former students. So I think you'll be interested and you'll learn stuff and be prepared to be entertained as well, because knowledge comes with entertainment on this show. So without further ado, Dr. Timothy. Oh, any juniors? Any juniors?
Will I mess you up if I turn the lights off for just a minute?
That's fine.
Folks eating, will it? Can you still eat? Yeah. I won't leave it on. I don't talk from slides. I just got to show a few pictures before it's over with. And we'll let that darling stand there for a minute. No, don't be that way. All right. That's a future red pole breeder right there. I'm Jim Davis. I'm actually from Mississippi, South Mississippi. So I love hot weather. How you doing, sir? Sir? North. All right, North Mississippi. I'm not going to pick at that big man. Woo! I look like a fool. Yeah, I act like one. But anyway, my background is Mississippi State. I spent 5 years full-time beef cattle research at Mississippi State Experiment Station in South Mississippi. 3 years at McNeese State University on their faculty, and there I've worked for ABS, and I've done a lot of work in my life. And then I've been here. I was here for 30 years, retired 2 years ago. And when I went to graduate school, I brought cows, flew down and took them to graduate school with me. So cows have lived with me all my life. I can't do without cows. But I found out, as I got older, I wanted to start making this thing. Have you heard of that? No. Profit. Woo! Ain't it fun to make profit? If you don't do this, forget it. The cows, you'll come in one day and say, Mama, we got to take some of our household savings and buy this, that, and the other. And she's going to say, you better sell the cows. And, you know, they have been selling pretty good, haven't they? Now, with my technique, I'm going to tell you ahead of time, I can raise a calf to weaning, cow-calf pairs, total cost for $300. Now that does not include labor costs, because I am the labor. And that's my hobby. Well, I can't call it a hobby if you turn that into the hobby. They say, you're going to pay more taxes. All right, so that's what I do for when I want to do stuff. Can y'all hear me all right? Yep. This is a little room for getting confident. But anyway, can't you tell that I enjoy the cattle business? I get excited about the cattle business. I've always been excited. And the cattle are going to get cheaper now, aren't they? Are y'all getting ready or not? Yeah. And?
Mine's not got any cheap.
All right. See, some of y'all breeders, see, y'all can sell the same thing. I sell them at the, you know, hanging in the cooler.
Well, I'm selling some that way too.
And
got any cheaper, mine had.
I've reduced the price a little bit because, you know, beef is not as high as it used to be. I sell them for retail price at Kroger and Walmart, and maybe just slightly less. My wife fusses at quite often. But I want to be able to sell my cattle to common people. When I say common people, I mean not all doctor, lawyers, and such. I'd rather my folks around me be healthy too, you know what I mean? All right, so here we go. To make profit, you got to have a couple concepts in your mind. I had to change my whole philosophy. I've been with university all my life, seems like, and I had to relearn everything. Retrain myself to make profit. Because I told folks how to use growth hormones and then decrease weaning weight 10 to 15% and all that. Does anybody here use growth hormones? Okay.
Nope.
Do the consumers want you to use growth hormone?
Nope.
If you don't listen to the consumer, you ain't very smart, are you? Oh gosh, they're not going to want to consume your stuff. All right, so back to this. I started off in the Red Pole. I met a number of people in the Red Pole business when they donated Red Pole cattle of about 30 head to Murray State, and that started, we're trying to remember, in about 1987, 88, somewhere along in there. Red Pole Association headquarters used to be in Louisville. And so, and then in just to give you a quick history, in 1996, they dispersed the herd because they changed people in charge of the ag, you know, when they changed the leaders and like football coaches. So when they dispersed the herd, though, I bid on them. Like, seal bid, legal. Well, I didn't look at anybody else's bid, but I made sure I kicked them up enough that I bought the little herd. And I had that as my beginning, but I also started at what I call the DHW, and we bought 100 Red Pole cows, and this is where a lot of these pictures go, a few pictures, I'll show you a few pictures. And we bought 100 Red Pole cows, and didn't I tell y'all from South Mississippi? Down there, you got hot weather, mosquitoes, hot 95 degrees every day. I don't know what a friggin' heat index, what do they use this heat index for? We were on a heat index every day, I guess, works for the outside. But anyway, our cattle were in the heat all the time. So I figured out the Mississippi State had transported in some barzones. Has any of you heard of a barzone? From Africa. And yeah, they got the humpback Afrikaner influence, some Santa Gertrudis, and a base mountain-grown Hereford type herd. And so they developed those, and then I was very interested in them because at Mississippi State, at the South Mississippi Experiment Station, the Barzone Crossing were the most productive cows there. And they were a cow-calf unit per acre on Bermuda grass, 3-way rotation with ryegrass for the winter, and 100% conception rate in 5 years. And it's a 25 cow unit because we had 25 cows of this, 25 of this. They were the most efficient. If they don't breed, who cares how big the hands are in breeding? Can I speak about calves and weaning real quick? What's the ideal weaning weight for calves and weaning? What would be your target weight?
60% of the round weight.
There you go. We can go with that. 50% of the cow weight. That's a cow efficiency. Right? You gonna go with that? All right. Do you know what the university, you know, they put that, feedlots might do that too. Do y'all know what feedlots are in the business of doing? Selling feed and yardage, right? And right now, you know, we've been able to keep up with the same amount of beef with fewer and fewer cows. How? Bigger. They feed them 200 pounds heavier than they used to. But anyway, back, where was I going to go back to? I got some ranting right here.
Weaning weight.
Weaning weight. All right, back to weaning weight. All right. And that is, we got to get into kind of an ideal cow. What's the ideal cow size? I got to hit a bunch of stuff real fast, and I'm doing the cow thing now, and I'm spending some time on some forages because there's some pictures out there of cattle grazing that made me, a little sick. And so y'all don't get mad, huh? They need to be Frame-wise, they need to be between 4 and 5, not much less than 3. And I say that, but what the funny part about it is we want to wean bigger and bigger calves. If I had 50,000 pounds of 450-pound calves and 50,000 pounds of 600-pound weight calves, you know, 50,000 pounds, put them on the truck, put the 450,000. Of course, we got to put more of them on the truck, right? But which ones are worth the most year in and year out? The smaller calves. So we want to produce bigger calves so we can sell them for less cents per pound. Woo! On less efficient cows. Isn't that a way to make profit? I'm telling you, you can knock it down. Woo! So that's what about, you know, this is part of the profit thing, is that you start with the cow, but actually you start with the grass. We're going to go back to the cattle part. So I'm going to show you a few of my cows just to go through. All right, there's one. See, you can tell she's got red pole ready for a caging. There the marker is, all right? These are crosses now. Now that is more, I threw that in there, that's more of a Barzona type. She's showing more Barzona, okay? That's cow calf, that calf is 5 months old. Born in April. All right, go on.
You can see the date at the bottom.
That calf is 5 months old. Now that spotted cow's got a little other stuff in it. Got little jurs. I'll tell you about the jurs in a little bit. Cause remember I said I told you I sold them on the radio? And one thing we got to do if you sell them on the freaking radio is they got to be tender. You know, they got the grass beef has got the, yeah, a lot of folks say it's tough. It could be, but I think I've tried to chew on a grain-fed beef steak before that was pretty darn tough. So, but we got to have a good eating experience. I go on. What do you think, cow calf? 5 months old. Are you looking into this? There's a little steer calf, 5 months old. There's no cow that shows a little more bars on it, got a little longer face. Notice these forages. Do you see that? Now this forage picture is not proper for me, because this pasture's in front of, I lease this pasture, and it's in front of the boss lady's house, so I have to clip it once a year. And that breaks my heart. But if that's what she wants, that's what I'm going to do. Okay? All right, back to this. Now see there, ooh, that's one of my most efficient cows. You can see she gives a little milk. She's got the white tail. Do you see white tail? Are you paying attention to the white tail? All right, but look there. She is a, ooh, look at the barrel. Oh, gosh. Now, she will wean a 600-pound calf. Now, I don't wean my calves till they're 10 months old. Why would I wean them earlier than that? Do I want my cows to rest half the year? My cows work for me. I want them working. And that little bit of milk that they're giving after 8 months contains some supplemental protein and butterfat or energy.
I knew you'd get to my question, didn't I?
Yeah. And that will keep them going. And then if you wean them at 10 months, half the time, half of the calves are already weaned. And the other half, they'll lay around for a day or two, and you wean them pasture wean. The calves go, and the cows over here, you bring the cow, bring them in the corral, do whatever you're going to do at weaning, preg check if you want to preg check the cows, and you put the cows right next door to them with an electric fence between it. Power fence, I call it. And the cows stay here, and the calves stay there for the most part. Yeah, every now and then, but it's no big deal to get them back, because my cows are real gentle now. And then we go from there. So if you wean it in a lot and start feeding them and all that mess when you had them on grass, You're screwing up the microbes. Don't mess with the microbes in the cow. You will mess up. Okay, go ahead. There's some more kind of bunched together. Now there's a pretty darling. I think she's a lovely thing.
Half red pole?
She's about a quarter red pole. Look, I got one black cow. Well, I don't. I'll give it to my wife. I don't have black cow.
You don't even have a black jackass back there.
No. Look there, that thing's light colored. But that we've got to give the Angus, you know, that Angus beef thing. We got to give them their due. They advertise well, then certified Angus beef program. Kind of put them on the map. Well, they got a couple advantages because they're, you know, the black color is dominant and all that. But that in hot weather, does I want that? Go ahead. Now that is a mama cow that I won at the lottery here.
Like her tag says.
And she's a frame 3. And I don't know what breed she is, but she looks kind of like maybe a Brahma Angus something. Maybe you got a little Brahma, all right? And that poor cow there is a half is my bar red crossed with a Jersey, and it's a J bar. And some of them say, "Well, give too much," and they give. Oh, what another when they bump. I've never had a calf get clinical scowls. They may show a little scowl. And I've never had one that even had to treat for scours. And when they get this size, they can handle a milk, by God. And I think the cow's doing all right herself because she looks like she's in pretty good shape. What do you think? But there's a trick to keeping cows in good shape. You asked about keeping cows in good shape. There's a trick to that. You got to have a lot of that right there. See there? Go look at that. All right, we're going to go. There's that. Just a general picture. Now this is my herd cipher. All right, show me another picture. And another one. He looks better in person than he does that. The point is he's in super good shape. He's always in good shape. Weighs, I guess, 1,700, 1,800 pounds. He's probably a frame 4.5 to 5. He's that kind of bull will produce calves that will bring great choice on grass, sir. If you got grass. And the right kind of grass. Not any freaking grass. But, now, we're going to stop.
Go back.
Yeah, stop it. Go back to the boat and shut it off for a minute. Well, just leave it on there. Don't turn on the light. So these four, I got to keep them awake somehow.
We got time.
Spot, who you gonna stand up when I got 5 minutes?
I'll let you.
As long as you don't talk past 6 o'clock, we're okay.
I can easily talk to 6 o'clock.
That's what I've been told.
That ain't no problem, sir. But anyway, because I get so excited about this stuff. Now, I've got to get into the forage part. But one thing I did, I made a few notes. What did I do when I don't ever follow? You know, yes, do I have a follow outline? I did this, and I do want to make these comments about red coats because I've had them, right? I still got crosses. You've got several great things going for you. Number one, they're red. Okay? It's white switch. Makes them identifiable and sexy. Okay? Number two is their pole. They're called red friggin' poles, right? Kind of gives it away. Now I see pole shorthorns. Now that's a double something other. A pole friggin' shorthorn. Oh, probably that's something. Never mind. I ain't gonna say it. All right. Disposition. When I started with my Barzona deal, and I did it for the they have a wild grazing habit, small birth weights, and they've replaced the Brahma blood because they are very resistant to heat and insects, okay? But they've got souped up mothering ability, which means they'll kill you when the calf is born if you go out to catch it. Your life is on your own. And they are very nervous in the corral. Blah, 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 blah. Red coat, if you handle them right. Now, you can make any cow a turkey. You handle them like you're supposed to, ease them in the corral. Let them go in the corral like they were, you know, they just visiting the corral. Looking, oh boy, this is the corral. I've been here before, this is nice. I can put a shed over it so they feel better. But anyway, they're gentle. To be in the grass finishing business, you've got to have gentle cattle and keep them gentle by not acting a fool. My cows follow me everywhere I want to go. Except sometimes they stand there because the horse flies are bugging them or something and they don't want to get out of the circle because of that. But anyway, I can't do anything with the horse flies. But just wait. At least it's just a 4-week thing, right? Something. Woo, that we had a bunch of this year. But anyway, disposition. Carcass tenderness. They're actually rated as one of the tender breeds. You know, Shorthorn is under that list. And Red Poles are very similar. I'm not going to call them Shorthorns, okay? Don't get me. But, you know, anything that's kind of got a dairy background to it, and then there's a couple of dairy feds tend to be tender. Tender. All right? And they will produce, under the right nutrition plane, they definitely will produce choice and prime carcasses. Okay? I know that because I've had a lot of carcasses. I was on the carcass judging team at Mississippi State back as a yearling. And so I learned about marbling and all that stuff. And they're great. Now the marbling looks a little different because it's not hard and chalky. It's more of a softer margin. I mean, marbling, and so some federal graders might get a little screwed up because they don't recognize it as being, you know, that hard chalky stuff. And even the external fats will be a little different. Guess what? The fat is what, in the grass-fed business, the fat is, that is what makes it a superior product. But I don't know how much time I got to go about that, but I can go about that if we can say. All right, but anyway, sir.
Fine. Don't worry.
All right, we doing all right?
You're doing fine.
Okay. The first thing you got to do if you're going to make profit is become a friggin' grass farmer. You're no longer a cattleman. That's not your sexy sounding? Now, a lot of folks will ask you, how many cows you run? I say, you mean I got to run them? They follow me. If you chase them, you're going to run weight off. So, yeah. But they always ask you, how many you run? I said, well, I don't run any. All right, but you're going to become a friggin' grass farmer. Now, there's a bunch of things about friggin' grass farming that I'm going to tell you. I'm going to just have to hit the high points, okay? Well, I couldn't do anything else but that anyway in one second. I want to stimulate a little bit of interest, okay? And then before I start introducing the grass farming, I'm going to tell you what the objectives are. And then the cows, this is the other thing, the cows now work for you. Now, some of you have a spring calving program. Does anybody here cows calving the spring?
And the fall.
And the summer and the winter.
I mean, some of you do the fall thing. How many in the spring? Okay. All right. When you calve in the spring, what month do you call spring?
End of March, 1st of April.
Well, we're getting close. Yeah. Now we all right. Some people call spring February, March. And that, around here, that's winter. That's winter, kid. Oh, that sucks. Now, when you got that, though, when do you have to breed the cows? You start in June. I start June the 15th because I want them to come in April. So June, July, and August. Now I have gone 3 years straight in a row with my cow herd, and I had one open cow this past year, and she just calved the other day in the fall. She just wanted to switch. I didn't care. Oh, it's a good looking kid. Fine looking kid. Woo! I like it. All right. So I don't care. All right. And yes, I use bulls because I'm kind of an all natural kind of guy. I'm not hung up on this tree hugging stuff now. But when I say all natural to the producer, I'm not going to use any sex altering hormones, synchronizing hormones. Because, you know, to make it more efficient. And if you just check natural heat, you know, that's pretty time consuming. And then I'd have to go and take my own bull and get it collected and bring the semen back to breed them. So why don't I just let him do it himself? And I usually put 2 yearling bulls out there with him. You don't know anything about yearling bulls. And they got to, if they are worth their salt, they are. Don't get mad at me. They're like college male students. One of my veterinary friends, Dr. Thomas here locally, warned when he was semen evaluating my bull one time, the college students standing around, he said the purpose of a bull, or a bull that really has libido, is to breed every cow he sees. He doesn't want a cow to go without getting breed. And he said, watch out, girls. Some of the guys that y'all hang around are kind of in the same mindset. So be careful. But you can put some yearling bulls out there, and shucks, if your older bull doesn't feel like doing his job that day, I guarantee you the yearling bulls will. And you're trying to evaluate them in time. Do you see that sire right there? I've got calves from him whose sire is him, and whose mama's sire was him. I've got a closed herd except for the Jersey, and I select bulls within my own herd, and I'm using a lot of what we call additive gene action. You know, if they got the right kind of genes and you keep concentrating it, the calves get better. Now, sometimes you'll say, well, you know, you're inbreeding, you might come up with some undesirables. Well, if you come up with an undesirable, you just sell that cow and sell that bull. Because most undesirables are recessive, so you can get rid of it real quick. It's like dwarfism back in the Hereford cattle and
How do you
all.
evaluate your bulls if you got 3 different bulls out there? How do you know which calves are out?
I don't care.
Yeah, but how do you evaluate if the bull's any good if you don't know what bull they're out of?
Well, I know Big Boy's going to breed most of them.
I'm just asking.
I don't, if the calves, what I'm doing is that potentially I'm going to keep Big Boy, and I'm probably going, the yearling bulls, I'm more likely, unless they really turn on, I'm not going to keep them. But I don't know what the calves did. Honestly, I don't. But so far the calves are getting better every year, and I used 3 bulls last year, and 2 of them I'm going to say, you know, I don't like them. I wait till they're about 3 years old to determine if I want to keep them or not. I want to see what they develop in about 2 to 3 years of age. Because that's when that's when you slaughter animals. Because animals on grass ought to be at about 2 years of age to have the flavor and the marbling to be really high quality beef. And that can be anywhere from 16 to